particularly with a special focus of Eastern Africa and Africa really.
Okay, thank you, Stanley. And thank you again for inviting me to this show, just to dialogue on these serious issues of conservation. Talking on giraffes, we have two different arguments. One is the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, the IUCN, which grouped giraffe as one species with 9 subspecies. And we have a different argument from the Giraffe Conservation Foundation, which is now grouping giraffe into 4 species, and these species are on variants of their genetic components. Okay. So it's giraffe. Most of these wildlife we have there's extensive studies ongoing, most on giraffes. So like the genetic components of the giraffes, the argument of the Giraffe Conservation Foundation is ongoing and is yet to be approved by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. Yes.
Right. So how essential are giraffes really in our environmental conservation? We see them, we love to look at them, the tallest animals out there in the wild, but do they have an impact in our environmental conservation, in the impact of climate change?
Yeah, giraffes, they are real ecosystem. In the ecosystems, they are real drivers to so many functions. Okay. And even in Kenya, just to mention these, we have 3 subspecies of giraffes. And these giraffes are distributed within different localities. We have the Maasai giraffes, majorly found in the southern landscape of Kenya. We have the reticulated giraffe, found in the northern hemisphere, that's the northern part of Kenya. And now we have the Baringo giraffe, Rothschild giraffe, sometimes people also call it the Nubian giraffe, found in the western part of Kenya. And all these giraffes, because they belong to the same species, I'm referencing to the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. These giraffes, they do a lot of ecosystem functions. One of them is they are called ecosystem engineers. Ecosystem engineers mean they feed on the foliage, the tree's foliage. And through these, they're able to open up ecosystems so that even the penetration of the sun rays, the shrubs, the grass, which are still part of the ecosystem, are able to get and are able to thrive. Yes, that's just one. Second, they are seed dispersal agents. When they consume the seeds of even the Vachelia, formerly called the acacias, they move and they poop. Through that, they disperse the seeds. And again, in maybe high school, when you did agriculture or any other biology, you were taught about the seed treatment. We have the mechanical, chemical, those things. And because they are ruminants, they have 4 chambers in their stomach. So that acid is able to corrode and is able to bring, to actually soften the hard part of the seeds, so the seeds are able to germinate with ease. Giraffes also, they do, through those poops, they enrich the soil. And these nutrients are being utilized again by these plants. So they do a lot of ecosystem functioning. They are also agents of pollinators. Pollination, I mean. When they pollinate, when they feed on like trees like acacias, during this feeding, they are able to, the pollination agents are able to stick on their bodies. And when they move, and now that's how they pollinate other plants. They have so many functions. In the economy, we call them flagship animals. We use them for educational purposes, and also they attract tourism. People want to see giraffes physically.